Hey everyone, welcome back to Financial Future. Today, we're diving into a crucial topic that affects millions of Americans: the future of Social Security. Would an extra $200 a month help you out? Well, that's what Senator Sanders and others are discussing in light of the projected changes to Social Security funding. Infographics showing Social Security funding versus discretionary spending, clips from congressional hearings. According to the Congressional Budget Office, Social Security is projected to surpass all discretionary spending, including defense, by 2029. This raises serious concerns about its sustainability without significant reforms. Now, in an election year, there's always talk about cutting Social Security, but we can all agree that we don't want our seniors to suffer. Without action, current projections suggest that Social Security recipients could see significant cuts, receiving only 75 cents on the dollar when insolvency hits. One factor impacting Social Security is immigration. Since President Biden took office, there have been over 2.15 million encounters at the southwest border. But how does this affect Social Security's future? Absolutely. We consider both legal and undocumented immigration in our forecasts. Undocumented immigrants often contribute positively to the economy and, eventually, to Social Security through their children who become citizens. Immigration, in all forms, can be a positive for Social Security, especially as birth rates decline. It not only boosts the economy in the short term but also contributes to future population growth. Let's talk about the current state of retirement security in America. While some indicators show improvement, like a decrease in elderly poverty, there are looming challenges. Defined benefit pensions, once seen as secure, have faced challenges, much like Social Security. Mismanagement and economic shifts have led to concerns about their sustainability. To secure the future of Social Security and pensions, policymakers must consider universal benefit models and other reforms to ensure sustainability and fairness across generations. To enhance financial security for all Americans, especially younger workers, I believe we need to push for universal savings accounts. This would empower individuals to save more effectively for their futures. Certainly. At Nationwide, we're focused on providing robust retirement solutions that integrate protected income options, helping ensure retirees have a stable financial future. In a monumental move that will bring much-needed financial relief to millions of Americans, Congress has passed the Social Security Relief Act. This historic legislation provides direct cash payments to recipients of Social Security, Supplemental Security Income, SSI, Social Security Disability Insurance, ssdi, and Veterans Affairs, VA, benefits. There are two major problems facing Americans when it comes to retirement. Firstly, Social Security is going insolvent. By 2034, the government plans to cut benefits by 23% to save money. This is a significant concern for many retirees who rely on Social Security as their primary source of income. The Federal Reserve has been pausing its interest rate hikes, which could indicate concerns about the economy. The Fed plays a significant role in economic decisions, and any change in their policies could signal the need for stimulus checks. A recent report shared by Bernie Sanders revealed alarming details about the retirement crisis in America, particularly for those aged 55 and older. The report found that nearly half of Americans in this age group have no retirement savings, and many seniors are living on very low incomes. To address this crisis, Sanders has proposed the Social Security Expansion Act, which would increase monthly benefits by at least $200 and extend the program's solvency for decades. This legislation aims to ensure that every American can retire with dignity and security, not just the wealthy. However, there are a few important points to consider. Firstly, the feasibility of this plan. Can we realistically expect $7,000 to turn into $1 million over 65 years, considering market fluctuations, inflation, and other factors? It's definitely a question worth asking. As of the latest data, the U.S. unemployment rate stands just above 4%, which historically is considered low and indicative of a healthy labor market. However, recent trends suggest it's been gradually ticking upwards, prompting concerns among economists and policymakers. Potential increase and its impact. There are projections indicating that the unemployment rate could peak somewhere between 5% and 6% in the near future. While a 1% to 2% increase may seem modest in percentage terms, let's put it into perspective. With approximately 186 million people currently in the U.S. labor force, every percentage point increase translates to about 1.8 million more individuals out of work. Consumer behavior and economic ripple effects. One of the immediate effects of higher unemployment is reduced consumer spending. When more people are concerned about their job security or facing unemployment, they tend to cut back on non-essential purchases. This decline in consumer spending directly impacts businesses, particularly those in the retail sector, leading to lower revenues and potential layoffs. Business response and economic contraction. As businesses face reduced demand and financial pressures, they may resort to cost-cutting measures to maintain profitability. Unfortunately, one of the quickest ways to reduce costs is through layoffs and hiring freezes. This further exacerbates the unemployment situation and contributes to a negative feedback loop where reduced consumer spending leads to more layoffs, and so on. Recessionary risks and economic indicators. The accumulation of these factors could potentially push the economy into a recession. A recession is typically defined as 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. When unemployment reaches levels like 5% or 6%, it often signals broader economic weaknesses, impacting industries beyond retail, including manufacturing, services, and even financial markets. Seniors and disabled citizens have been struggling with rising costs, including inflation, cutting into their monthly budgets. These vulnerable groups depend on Social Security the most, with nearly half of seniors counting on it for at least 50% of their income. For 30% of beneficiaries, most retirees have had to pinch pennies. That's all about to change thanks to the Sanders plan for expanding benefits. In fact, Social Security payments will now be high enough to cover basic costs like food, housing, medication, and transportation, securing a stable retirement for millions of newly struggling seniors. In response to economic downturns, governments often intervene with stimulus packages to bolster demand and stabilize financial markets. These measures can include tax cuts, infrastructure spending, and direct financial assistance to individuals and businesses. If the unemployment rate were to climb to 5% or 6%, policymakers would likely implement such measures to mitigate the impact and restore economic confidence. While economic downturns pose challenges, they also present opportunities for strategic investors. During periods of market volatility and economic uncertainty, certain sectors may offer attractive investment prospects. For instance, defensive stocks like utilities and consumer staples tend to perform relatively well during recessions, while undervalued assets may become ripe for long-term investment. To wrap it up, while we're currently navigating a relatively low unemployment rate, the prospect of it rising to 5% or 6% brings serious economic concerns. With declining consumer spending, potential layoffs, and the looming risk of a recession, it's essential to stay informed and prepared for possible economic challenges ahead. Please like and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.